Hello and welcome back to another video from my new office space. This is going to change a million times. I'm just working with what I got right now. And yeah, we moved everything to our guest room. So now my guest room is my office. And the old office is now going to be baby number 2's room. So we're working on that. We have a child coming, so we have to prepare for that. The lighting, it's like gloomy. I'm testing it out. The lighting is different in this room. So I am going to it's going to take a couple of videos to get it right. My voice, I'm just disclaiming everything. I'm getting over like a very bad cold, so please excuse my voice. And yeah, today I'm going to talk about 10 style tips that I wish I knew sooner. The button-up back tuck. This little back tuck has really changed the game for me. It is the simplest thing ever. You guys are telling me to film a video on how to do it. It's not rocket science. It's just literally buttoning like 1 or 2 buttons of any button down. It could be a cardigan, it could be a sweater, it could be a regular shirt, button down shirt. Do 1 button or 2 buttons and then get the middle of the back of the shirt and tuck it into your pants and then pull out the top just a little bit so that it doesn't look awkward. It's very simple, but what this does is that it creates shape. So I love my oversized shirts, my oversized sweaters, anything buttoned down, because I love how I can manipulate the buttons and really get more of like a customized fit. But what I don't love is that I can look kind of frumpy or shapeless or a lot bigger than what I am because it's a lot of fabric. So tucking the back in just sometimes it creates like an hourglass shape, but it just really picks up the extra fabric of whatever you're wearing as your top. So this is something that I really recommend, like not just the back tuck, but playing around with styling anything that is a button up to flatter your figure, to accentuate whatever it is that you want to accentuate. Usually I like lower plunge tops and I like things to cinch me at the waist. So I create the silhouette in pretty much any top that I own that has buttons by doing this little back tuck. Some people like to tie it, which is fine, like using like a hair tie or something to tie the back and then tuck it in. You could do that too, but I find that just tucking the back into my waistband of my bottoms does the job. Organizing your jewelry and accessories by season. So something that I do every season is pull out my clothes for that season, and I kind of create a little capsule wardrobe on some racks for styling, and then I add new pieces to the rack and I style old pieces with new pieces. And I just find that this really helps me see everything that I have for the season and really wear my clothes. But I would really recommend doing this for your accessories as well, for your seasonal accessories. At the very least, make sure that your accessories are organized so that you can see them. Whether it's getting something for your room where you can easily see your necklaces or your sunglasses or your bags. It doesn't have to be all of them, obviously, just either your most worn for the week or for the season, whatever it is, depending on how many you have. Just really making it a habit to organize the things that you have in your wardrobe by season so that you can really style them and so that you can see everything that you have. So this helps so much when it comes to preventing yourself from buying things, especially buying things that you already own. There are so many times that I pull things out for the season and I forget I had them and I style them, in new ways. My scarves that I hadn't pulled out in forever, now I'm using them as belts. I'm using them around my waist. I'm using them on my bags, and it's really making me wear my older pieces, my older bags, because I'm, updating everything, which I talked about this in my last video, which I will link down below, on simple upgrades that will improve your everyday style. So if you guys want to check that out, I will link it down below. But yeah, just really making it a point to get organized with your closet. I'm not just talking about going in there and doing some spring cleaning every year. I'm talking about just taking a moment to pull out your seasonal pieces or pieces that you want to style and being able to see them so that you can easily pull them out and style them. It's going to motivate you to style them, and It's going to make you remember what you have. Really quickly, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Majuri. All of the jewelry that I have on today is from Majuri. I mixed some older pieces with some newer pieces that I picked out because they recently expanded their lab-grown sapphire collection with a couple of summer pieces that are all so stunning. So I picked out a few. First one is this Eve cluster necklace, which I think is the perfect amount of sparkle. I'm wearing a very simple tank dress. You guys know I'm living in these, especially now that I'm pregnant. So adding a little sparkle like this is just perfect to elevate these very simple tanks. I paired it with their Ella double hoops. I love how these are 2 integrated hoops, so it looks like you're wearing more than one earring. I think it adds a nice little touch, and the size is perfect again for every day. And in here it is a little bit gloomy right now because the sun's coming in and out, but in the sunlight these just look so beautiful and they sparkle so nicely. And the last piece that I got from their sapphire collection is their Ava Eternity band, which looks like this. And I love the shape of the sapphires. It's kind of like a teardrop shape. I paired it with these 2 rings. I don't remember the name of them. I'll put it on the screen. Love how they look together. And then on this hand, this ring is also from Majuri. I think this is their pave ring. And then I have my bracelet from them, which you guys know I never ever take off. And that is the stack for today. I wanted the necklace to have its own moment, which is why I didn't stack it with any other necklaces, but this would be a perfect stacking piece. It not only makes your outfit look more elegant, but it's also very fun and sparkly, you know, for the summertime. Not just for the summertime, like obviously for the fall and winter as well. And it gives you a very high impact look, which is what I love about lab grown sapphires. You get this high impact, elegant look without the high price point. And as always, the quality and the craftsmanship of all of their pieces, including these, has always been amazing. Whether it's their 18 karat gold vermeil, their 14 karat solid gold, or their sterling silver, I own all of them and I love all of them. I think that they're not only all made incredibly well, but I've had them for many years and they've lasted and worn very beautifully throughout the years. And yeah, thank you so much, Majuri, for sponsoring this portion of the video. I'll put a QR code on the screen that you guys can easily scan, but I'm also going to link every single thing that I mentioned down below, so be sure to check out the description. Getting tools that will help you kind of tailor your clothes. So whether it's fabric tape, which is my favorite thing to use, but I've also seen these little sewing guns. I own one, I just got it. So I'm still testing it out. I tried testing it on poplin and it didn't work out very well. I don't know if I was doing it wrong. Just really using tools to manipulate your pieces. So I talked about how much I love to manipulate my button-down shirts. I like to open it, make sure that the plunge stays where I want it to stay. Getting fabric tape or double-sided tape. I've run out of fabric tape and I've even used like regular Scotch double-sided tape and used it to open up my collar and make sure that everything is sitting in place. It really makes a difference. Having a flap that is like not sitting right when you're trying to have a nice plunge, or you're trying to really make sure that your shirt is manipulated in a way that is flattering, it looks bad. It's like having a wrinkled shirt, like in my opinion. So I really like to make sure that everything just stays where it's at. Anything that you can use to make sure that your pieces are staying the way that you want them to lay, and have them stay like that for the entire day while you're moving around. You know, it's also so annoying and overstimulating to have like a collar that's like folding in or something when you want it to lay open. It drives me crazy. Shopping based on hip size and sizing up in general, I have talked your ears off about sizing up, so I'm not gonna get too into it. Personally, I love it because I feel like I can manipulate my clothes more. I can really get a lot more use out of pieces when I size up, as opposed to getting something that is my true size or maybe even like a little too tight. I can't do my back tuck. I can't open it up. I can't manipulate it, you know? So sizing up is a big one. Forget about the size. Get things based on how you want to wear them. And with that said, if you're going to go based off of a measurement in your body, which you should always know your measurements, go based off of the widest. So I go based off of my hip size for bottoms, my bust size, or like shoulder if they have the option of the length of the shoulders, since for me it's like the widest part, but they usually just have like bust. So those are the measurements that I take into consideration. I do not care what the waist measurement is at all. because you could always cinch your waist somehow. No matter how much you think your hair doesn't matter when it comes to styling and when it comes to your overall look, it does. So I'm somebody that gets really lazy with my hair, really lazy. So I have just found the easiest way to get my hair to look put together and get it to last, at least so that I don't have to wash it like every other day. So I wash my hair twice a week. I style it twice a week and it's done. So for me, I use a waver because it's the closest to my natural hair texture, but it takes the frizz away. It just really helps me get a more uniform look as opposed to if I just let my hair air dry. Sure, it looks great like the first or second day, but then it just doesn't look good. So making it a point to have your hair done or ready and having my hair waved, like right now, it's waved and I just picked it up and, I didn't have to do anything to it. I didn't have to like go in with anything extra, and I look more put together than if I wouldn't have done anything to my hair. So finding a hairstyle or a hair tool that works for you, that facilitates the process of you having your hair done for the entire week, makes such a huge difference. And it's something that I wish I would have paid more attention to sooner. Like I look at older videos and I feel like my hair just looks like a hot mess, especially like during the time that I was very into just styling my hair naturally, which I still do sometimes. But if I'm trying to look, more presentable, which I don't like to say that. I don't like to say you don't look presentable with your natural hair because everything is very relative. But personally, for me, I don't look as good. I look better when I give my hair a little bit of time and TLC at least twice a week. So adding, a couple of hair accessories to your collection, making sure that you have a nice barrette or duck clip or just a regular clip or French pin, something that you could always fall back on so that you're not left with just like disheveled hair. Not just go-to hair accessories, but go-to hairstyles. So you've done your hair, okay, great. It's a little greasy on day 2 or 3, throw it up and find a hairstyle that works for you. So for me, this is like the easiest thing ever. I just use a duck clip, do some money pieces in the front and leave little stragglers. And that's it. It's nothing groundbreaking by any means, but it looks a lot better than if I would have left my hair down. So your hair matters. Finding the right colors for you is another thing that I talk about a lot. So I want to mention that this can change depending on the season. So if you're anything like me, you get very pale during the fall and winter, but you tan very easily during the spring and summer. So if you're doing a color analysis, I've never done a professional one. I've looked at diagrams and determined that I am a deep winter, which I am, especially during the winter. But what happens to me specifically during the spring and summer is that my skin tone changes. I become tan. So warm tones start looking good on me. I still don't think that in terms of makeup, warm tones look good on me. I've always thought that just lighter, like pinky or mauve tones look better on me throughout the entire year. But in terms of clothes, so it might happen to you where depending on the season, depending on your skin tone, certain colors look better. So you might want to wear like certain colors for the spring and summer and certain colors for the fall and winter, which is usually what happens like naturally, but a lot of people don't really pay attention to their skin tone. So paying attention to the colors that work for you, not just in your clothes, but in your makeup, it's going to make you feel more confident. It's going to make you just feel better overall in your clothes, in your style. And it makes a huge difference. If I would have known all of this from the very beginning of my styling days, like I look back at videos and in the dead of winter, I'm wearing like these super warm tones that are beautiful for the winter time or for like the fall time, but they just do not work for me, especially like with makeup. Like they were just making me look muddy and dirty and just not good. So really playing around with the colors that work the best for you. Sometimes it might change depending on the season. Just surrendering to white undergarments underneath white or see-through pieces, or wearing the same color. Like if you're wearing a see-through black top, finding a pretty like triangle bralette or lacy bralette that is black, just the same color, or like a white or a brown, like whatever, just matching the bralette underneath with that, as opposed to trying to wear pasties or trying to wear nude or trying to like go invisible down there. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Instead of fighting against like trying to hide your undergarments, just work with them. Just vamp up your undergarments instead. Buy yourself some pretty bralettes, some triangle bralettes. Cotton On has nice affordable ones, but if you want to get like better quality ones, which I always recommend, because every time that I get like cheaper bralettes, they don't last as long. So maybe investing in like pretty shapes and just like simple, bralettes. I love triangle ones because I think that they look the best with everything, and not everybody wants you to be able to see their lacy bra underneath. So depending what you're comfortable in. But yeah, just making sure that you have a nice collection of undergarments or bralettes that you can use underneath sheer pieces, because sometimes you're going to be fighting against the sheer fabric and you're never going to end up wearing it, because you're never going to find something that's completely seamless or invisible underneath these sheer pieces. And personally, I love sheer pieces. I think that they look so good, especially when you're layering something opaque underneath. I think that it adds dimension, it adds interest to your outfit. It's like a form of layering. Build outfit formulas that work with your body and your lifestyle and document them. Whether it's on your notes app, now there's a way to do it where you can you can take a picture, copy yourself, and then paste it onto the notes app. And you can create all of your little outfits nicely, like in a little spreadsheet on your notes app. You can see what you have. And these outfit formulas, eventually you're not going to need to refer back to these notes because you're going to remember. So for me right now, especially during pregnancy, a button-down shirt and like a skirt is my go-to outfit formula at the moment for my specific body type right now, because I have a belly, and I think it's like one of the most flattering outfit formulas. But just really trying clothes on and creating these outfits, like whenever you feel very confident in an outfit, take a picture of yourself and document it. Okay, what is it about this outfit that you like, and recreate it with other pieces. I guarantee you, if you like a silhouette that you're wearing, if you really like a pair of pants, I guarantee you that you either already own another pair of pants. Like for me, it's wide leg pants. I have like a whole collection of wide leg pants because I love the way that it lays on my body and for my specific body type. So you can create different versions of the same outfit. It is an outfit formula. And this just makes your life so much easier when you're putting clothes together. Like you don't have to think about it. You can wear a different outfit, but technically it's like the same shapes, the same silhouettes. It's the same outfit formula, just different pieces. Just being more aware of what you wear, and when you really like something, really focusing and like writing down or taking a mental note of why you really like it. Recreating these outfit formulas. This is how you create your personal style. Okay, repeating this with different things, because eventually all of the silhouettes you're going to shop for are going to be like roughly the same, just like different fabrics and stuff like that. And then getting dressed is just like a breeze for you. You have like your signature style depending on what you do the most throughout the day, like your lifestyle and your body type. Experimenting is great. You always want to experiment, because how else would you know or discover new silhouettes that you really like? Before doing that, I think that you really should find the things that you love right now and create these outfit formulas. So something that I swear by is pre-steaming all of my clothes. So if I get a new piece of clothes, I steam it right away, and then it goes onto my seasonal rack, the rack that I'm using to like style things at the moment for the season. And it's always ready. I don't have to steam it right before wearing it. No, it is ready. And what this does is that A, it makes you actually want to wear the piece. And B, when you do wear it, you're not going to have wrinkles. And I don't know if that's a big deal to you, but to me, it is a big deal. And it makes a huge difference when your clothes is wrinkly as opposed to when it's not. So just taking a moment to steam everything that you add into your closet. Whenever I wash something, I usually air dry, but then I steam it before wearing it. Like even if I'm not going to wear it, it's steamed already, ready for me to style. This is something that I didn't used to do before. And what happened was I was in a rush to put an outfit together and I didn't want to steam it, so it'll just stay on my rack forever unsteamed, unworn. Having wrinkle-free clothes, in my opinion, makes all the difference in the world in how elevated you look. I personally cannot stand wrinkles. Like there's a difference between wrinkles in clothes that has not been steamed and wrinkles in clothes from regular wear. Like there's a huge difference, and it just does not look good when you're wearing clothes that just hasn't been steamed, in my opinion. Unexpected pairings. So again, this, once you're comfortable with your wardrobe and you have your outfit formulas and you know what you love, play around with the silhouettes and mix them. So one of my favorite things to do is mix unexpected pairings or more masculine pieces with more feminine pieces. So if I'm wearing very wide leg pants or oversized pants, I love to throw on like a halter top or something that has a more feminine silhouette or tighter silhouette. Or if I'm wearing like an oversized button down top, I love to pair it with like a silk skirt or something very feminine underneath. Or throwing just like an unexpected pop of color to your outfit, or just adding an element that isn't as cohesive as the rest, I feel has really elevated my style and made it more fun, because it can be boring sometimes, you know, like, so that's something that I like to do. I don't do this all the time, but when I want my outfit to, you know, like be a little bit more interesting, I do this, and I think that it looks great. And that's it. Let me know if you guys have any of your own little style tips that you wish you would have known sooner in your styling journey. And yeah, thank you so much, Majuri, again for sponsoring this video. I will put all of the links to everything that I mentioned down below, so be sure to check out the description, and I will see you in my next video.